All right, this video covers how to put in mathematical formulas using Microsoft Word. Make your life so much easier. First thing I'm going to show you is a lot of times I put these little paragraphs. So if you click on that, that shows paragraph markers. So it kind of helps you keep track of your formatting. Spaces will be dots. Anyway, that's why all my videos will have that in, because it's so much easier to see where you're at. So we want to hit Insert, and you can hit Equation, and it will put in an equation for you. And then you can just click on it and start typing. I like a shortcut, and that you type Alt equals, and then it'll kind of give you the same thing. OK, so let's do a simple equation. Let's type a dilution equation we'll use over and over. So m, and I want to say m1 subscript. So let's say undercarriage underscore 1, and then I'll have space bar. So it just does it for you automatically. It's pretty sweet. V1 space equals m2 times v2. And notice you just put a space bar after this every time, and then it updates it. Then a lot of times in the lab report, you're going to want to say, OK, I'm solving for the final molarity. So that's the second m. So you're going to divide by v2 on both sides. So it should be m1 times v1 divided by v2. So let's hit Alt equals again to type out a formula. So I'm going to say, OK, solving for m2 space equals m sub 1 times v sub 1. You could also just copy and paste. You could say, take that and hit Control-C is my shortcut to copy it. And then you could just paste it. And you wouldn't have to type it again if you're into that. So now what do you think? Notice you don't want to be, if I type there, I'll start typing. So go on the highlight. So now I want to divide by v2. Any ideas? Think. Divide by. And then hit spacebar, and it automatically puts it over it. Then I hit the back button or hit the arrow, go back to there, and I want to say divide by v2 space. OK, so it's super easy. And let's say I wanted something, that's the equation you'd put in, and then you would just start typing below there. Then you just hit Enter and type. Let's say you have something a little more complicated. I'll show you a couple more options. If I clicked off of this and started typing, and then click back here, and it went away, so I have to click Design, and then you get all these options. You could type in a fraction by hand, all these different ways to do it if you're in calculus. You could put exponentials. They have some formulas already made for you, square roots, or you could do cube roots, different things, all these different operators. Let's say I want to do something a little more complicated, like put brackets. You can just type these in. So I'm going to go bracket, bracket, bracket. I could move it over with their mouse, too. Oh, someone sent me a message. And then I'll hit spacebar, and voila, they're great big. Now let's say you wanted to put something like square that. So I'm going to put a caret and say, OK, I want to square that, and then hit space, and it'll automatically superscript that up on whatever you're doing. So it's pretty powerful. Again, like in Word, there's all these Greek letters over here and arrows, and you click here. And if I did the drop down so you can see them all, there's all these different arrows, operators, scripts, pretty much anything you'd ever need if you're in matrices. OK, there are some equations. Use that. Don't ever give me anything like m1 or m2. So this drives you crazy, equals m1 v1 divided by v2. OK, you tell me, which looks net better, huh? Which one? You're going to use that one. Don't do this. This will make us cry. And we don't like to cry while we're grading paper, so don't do that.